2 сентября 1991 года в Монреале прошел матч Кубка Канады между сборными СССР и Швеции. Это был 5-й по счету Кубок Канады, который оказался последним турниром с таким названием. Многие советские хоккейные звезды, в числе которых была и знаменитая первая пятерка ЦСКА, заранее решили, что после Олимпиады 1988 года в Калгари они уедут в НХЛ. Поэтому команда СССР на Кубке Канады была вынуждена обойтись без своих лидеров. Многие отказались сами, а из знаменитой пятерки сыграл только Алексей Касатонов. Но в итоге тренерскому дуэту Тихонов-Юрдинов удалось собрать достаточно крепкий коллектив, в котором лидером стал молодой центр-форвард Сергей Федоров. У шведской сборной главной звездой в составе был также центральный нападающий Матс Сандин. Вообще в составе Трикронер выступало 11 НХЛовцев, в том числе юный защитник Ник Линдстром, которому предстояло провести свой первый сезон за Детройт.
It is Sweden and the Soviet Union getting set for game number 2 in each case of this 1991 Labatt Canada Cup. The Swedish team coming off of a loss against Team US. The biggest ovation during the introductions for that man right there, Mats Naslund. He played 8 seasons, 617 games, roughly half of those games here in this building. And that, if nothing else, should get he and this Swedish team pumped for this game.
Well, a couple of keys to this game, and Thomas Sandstrom played extremely well the other day. Some of those 45 goals he got in Los Angeles, he's got to get out there today. We told you the other game against USA, Rolf Ritterwall was going to be the key. Well, he was the key. He let in 3 goals. Tommy Soderstrom is in the net today for Team Sweden. As far as the Soviets go, Kasatonov is a key, no question about that. Tikhonov loves them. A 5-time first All-Star at the World Championships. He, along with Sergei Fedorov, we know all about him. His 31 goals in Detroit this year, only second to Steve Yzerman. Those two today, we'll see lots of them.
And the referee, familiar face to National Hockey League fans, that is Paul Stewart. Gerard Gauthier, also an NHL official. Boris Janacek is from Czechoslovakia. Starting goaltenders. In goal for the Soviets, Mikhail Stalenkov. This is his first major international experience. This Canada Cup, he played in the BC Cup tournament, an Olympic team tournament in March that you may have seen on TSN. And he also played in the Super Series against the NHL. And in goal for Team Sweden is Tommy Soderstrom. He only played 1 game at the World Championship. Rolf Ritterwall was the big man over there. The 1 game Soderstrom did play was against Finland. He is, however, a winning goaltender. For sure, he backstopped Djurgården of the Swedish Elite Division to the European Cup Championship in December. The Swedes in their more traditional brilliant yellow uniforms or gold uniforms, as opposed to the purple ones we saw them in the last time, the Soviets in the red. And we are underway. Both of these teams losers decisively in Game 1 of the Labatt Canada Cup. And right off the bat, pulled down there for the Soviets, number 24, Vitaly Prokhorov, and there is no penalty call. Some of the fans hooting for one. 17:08 to go first period, 0-0. It's Labatt Canada Cup action from the Forum in Montreal. I'm Paul Romanuk with Gary Green and Jim Van Horn. Here comes Dallin, walking in, shooting! It's underneath Stalenkov as he stood his ground and made the stop. Semak up ahead. Shamnov breaks in. He's got a chance. And Soderstrom stretches back and pulls it down.
The Swedes are giving up the puck easily, both in their own end zone and the neutral zone.
Here's to Taranov. Flick of the wrist sends the shot in wide. Korolev trying to sneak it in front. Soderstrom down. And he is able to cut off the pass. Lomakin on the backhand. Trying to poke it through. It's broken up. Dallin moves it out. Here comes Sandstrom. Can he break free? He's in there. That stops Stalenkov out to cut down the angle, but a penalty coming up against the Soviet Union. Mats Naslund. Kozlov watching him. Naslund hurrying the pass along, and here's Kozlov. Centers it right out in front. It's cleared away. Here's a chance. Kasatonov fires one. And Soderstrom, as he has, coming up big. Kozlov breaks in with him. Pass intercepted. Rundqvist turns it back for Sweden. Feeds to Naslund. That's broken up. Kozlov back in. Weaves his way over the blue line. Up ahead. Sharp angle shot fired by Kravchuk. That's knocked away. And it's cleared out. Kasatonov over to get it. Rundqvist knocks it down. Comes in with Naslund. Sundin going for the net. Shores! Sundin makes it 1-0 for Sweden.
Perfect play. Watch this. Sundin's just cruising right up the top of your screen. Once he receives that pass, he's on his forehand side and he just drives the puck. Naslund feeds him with a perfect pass. You could see that Stalenkov was thinking that Naslund was going to shoot the puck. He really had come out to cut down the angle on Naslund and then found himself in big trouble when Naslund made that pass right across to Matt Sundin.
Lomakin, number 19, goes for the front of the net. He's battling with Samuelsson. Lomakin parked right in front. And so is Zhamnov, who almost flicked that in. Malahov gets it across. Soderstrom knocks that away. Lomakin and Zhamnov parked right up there. Back to Fedorov. Kasatonov. Stop, rebound, Semak centers it in front. It's poked away by Soderstrom. Samuelsson now. Off the back of the boards and in around behind the net. Kozlov trying to pick it up. Naslund pokes it loose. Sundin centers it in front. Scores! Thomas Rundqvist makes it 2-0 Sweden.
There he goes, that defensive center iceman again. Rundqvist has been known throughout his career to be a checker. Yet in the World Championships in Finland, he ended up being a scorer and a first-team All-Star. Rundqvist has continually shown to Team Sweden that he has got the abilities to check and to score, and he gets a big one right here.
Bergqvist, who will kick it into gear. He's got Berglund up there with him. They come in over the line, crisscrossing. And Filimonov had him lined up and hit the deck. Galchenyuk couldn't knock the pass down. Korolev gets it up ahead. Heiderov drifting one in. Bouncing puck, and Soderstrom will snare it and hang on with 10:06 to go in period number 2.
Thoming got a piece of him, but not enough of him. Semak went right to the crease.
Here comes Naslund. Up to Sundin. In on goal. Tried to center it. Lomakin breaks it up. Naslund picks it up. Sundin shoots just wide. Here comes Edstrom for Team Sweden. Forsling peeling towards the slot. Couldn't get the pass to him in time. Edstrom's in front. Off the goalpost.
What a great play, though.
Dallin up for Sandstrom. Couldn't get by Filimonov. Here's Sandstrom again. Steen shooting. Kick just wide. Stalenkov got a piece. Kravchuk in off the boards. Fedorov up there after it. Kozlov, number 9, back of the net. Trying to get it in front. Big jam up in front. Soderstrom with the save. Kasatonov thought he had slid it home. Who was the hero, at least in terms of goaltenders, at the World Championship for Team Sweden. I wonder if he'll get back into the tournament. Tends to be a tournament where you go with a hot hand in goal.
Now we can second guess coaches and wonder, but oh, we won't know, will we?
Here's Semak. Couldn't get in position to shoot. Zhamnov to Semak. Sharp angle, loose in front, scores! Alexei Zhamnov breaks the goose egg. It's 2-1. Sweden still leading.
Winning draws is so important. However, the Swedish player got through. He just didn't quite get his stick blade on that puck. A bad angle, the initial shot, but what it did cause is a rebound. Here's from a better angle. You can see Zhamnov coming in at the end and scooping up that very short rebound that had been given up by Soderstrom. And he poked it in quickly.
Number 26, Alexei Zhamnov scoring the goal. Forsland back out to center. And the Soviets can turn it on so quickly. Here comes Semak again. Zhamnov going for the net. He's got it in the corner now. Here's Lomakin to Zhamnov. Back in for Lomakin, like an octopus in there. Dripping and grappling and trying to get it loose. Zhamnov comes up. Shoots right off the side of the post. But one with a lot of credibility.
Try to read his mind.
Bouncing puck right in front. Soderstrom knocks it away. Butseyev with a shot. It's still loose. And play is called. A hooking penalty coming up. Fedorov shoots. That is blocked. Naslund paying the price, getting his shin guards in front of that. Kasatonov in front. Fedorov shoots. Rebound. It's still loose in front. And finally covered up. No one going in to commit. Here comes Lomakin on his knees. Gets it to Zhamnov. Deflected on goal. It's loose. Scores! Alexander Semak ties it.
A loose puck. Soderstrom ends up making the save, but then gave up the rebound. Watch this. Just a funny one. Soderstrom should have been able to control that easily. And as he's done so often, even though he's made the save, he's done so by going down. He didn't have to go down. That was an easy one for him. Make the save, stop the puck, and then jump on top of it. But Soderstrom was already on his way down, had given up that puck. There it was, loose to Semak.
Prohorov cutting in front. Couldn't land it on goal. Sundin up to Naslund. He's got Rundqvist on the attack with him. Naslund, Rundqvist shoots! And Stalinkov hugs it and hangs on. The great Vladislav Tretiak. Here comes Lomakin. Going for the net. He's knocked onto the seat of his pants by Johansson. And here comes Sandstrom. Shoots, scores! Sandstrom with 3:54 to go.
He was the key today for Team Sweden, and Thomas Sandstrom has just scored the go-ahead goal, and a big one at that. 3:54 remaining. Watch Sandstrom. From all the way back in the Swedish zone, Sandstrom, who had picked up the puck in the neutral ice, just walks right in on Stalinkov and blows that puck right by him. Stalinkov stood up again, tried to cut down the angle, but believe me, it was a great angle with not much room. There you can see it. And yet, Sandstrom beats him on the short side. Oh, there were only centimeters, inches at that.
The rush broken up. And the goaltender goes to the net. Stalinkov gets onto the bench. The extra attacker comes over the boards. And here come the Soviets with 15 seconds left. One last gasp. Fedorov. Kasatonov at the line. Battling to keep it in. Kozlov shoots. 5 seconds left. One last shot.
Incredible. Connie Evanson's team has done it again.